Good afternoon. Welcome back. A rather odd place that I chose, but there's a reason behind it. I'm sitting in a coffee shop, a retail outlet in any mall that you would see in this country. But the reason why I'm sitting here and doing this little session is because of I've noticed many times as to how people come to drink coffee. They order their coffee, they drink it, and they go. But what I'm trying to focus here is the duration between the time they order the coffee, they drink it, and then they leave. The point here is that I've noticed many times that people go to the counter, and when they go to the counter, they really are not aware of what they are doing. And quite a few people do that. Exceptions are always there. So they'll walk to the counter, they don't see who's there at the counter, whether there's a queue or there's no queue. They just barge in. And they'll start, if I may use that word, they start barking their order, literally. Very often I've seen there are no manners, there's no greeting of a good afternoon or good evening or whatever. But there's no greeting. I mean, the person on the other side, the person who's serving you, he is also a human being and he too deserves a little respect and courtesy. Well, that doesn't happen. Because the mindset is that if I'm paying you, you jolly well give me the service. And I don't have to bring courtesies in the picture. Now, this is not just true for adults, even children behave the same way. Anyway, order is placed. And then you'll see people hanging around near the counter. You placed your order, go and sit down. When it's ready, they will call you. Or you'll have a number on your table and the steward will come and serve it to you. But no, you'll hang around. Beats me for what? Then they sit down, they have their coffee. And when they've ordered something to eat, now that's the best part. Some items or some crumbs, whether it's a sandwich, whether it's a cookie, whether it's pastry, falls out of the plate onto the table. And they don't bother to pick it up. It remains there. They've eaten, some eat the whole thing that they've ordered, some even waste it, which is criminal. Then they just get up and walk. They don't bother to clean the table. They don't bother to even pick up that piece of cookie or breadcrumb or whatever is dropped out of the plate onto the table. They don't pick it up. They just leave it. The assumption is, and they are so damn sure, that the so-called cleaner will come and clean it up. My point is, how long does it take for you to pick up that crumb which you have thrown and put it onto the plate? Make it a little clean for that man who's cleaning the table for the next round of customers who come there. I mean, two things are happening here. You're not concerned about the person who's cleaning. He has to clean up all the dirt. And you're not concerned about the next round of customers who are going to come and sit down and enjoy their coffee. Very sad. This is an attitude issue. I have experienced people coming with little children, small little ones, and promptly they're put on the table. And the table is meant for food, not for kids to sit on it and romp on it. I've been to restaurants where children are jumping on the sofa with their shoes and the parents are not bothered. I'm sure they do that at home and it's okay with them. But doing it outside? In public? I mean, what are you trying to portray? Be rest assured the message that's going out is not that you are doing something great and it's cool. It's not cool. It's misbehavior. And it also shows the kind of upbringing you've come up with and what you're passing on to the next generation, which is even more crazy. These are certain basics, friends, with which harmony is maintained, harmony is created and maintained. Think of the other person. Now, if you recall, I did a video on how people use the washroom, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a hotel, whether it's in the office. The same thing applies here in a restaurant. It's really very, very sad when I see people behave the way they do. Basic courtesies. And like I said, if you expect cleanliness and good behavior from others, we've got to portray that first. And that's very important. So please, be a little conscious, be a little attentive to what you do, and then enjoy your coffee.